My name is Dr. Big Black Yamon Dada. Welcome to my podcast. Do this to get to that. Yes, do this to get to that. This is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got to do that. And to do that, you got to do this. Do this to get to that. Right now, I'm at a point where doing this to get to that, looking at all of the things that's been happening in our world, has been very difficult. And I'm bothered. I'm bothered by all the different things that are happening in our country, America. We, the people, don't realize the trouble we are in. 6,000 aliens has just been allowed to cross our borders into this country. People we don't know what their reasons are for being here. Yes, some of them are looking for freedom. Some of them are escaping from tyranny of their own country, and they're looking for the land of the free, the home of the brave, so that they can build a good life for themselves. That's all well and fine. But 6 million people, that's unheard of. No one allows that. No one. There's no place in this world, other countries, where they allow 6 million people to cross their borders without knowing who they are, what they're about. And let us assume that of the 6 million, say 20% is the worst terrorists on the planet, coming to do dreadful harm to we the people in America. We got to come up with a plan to deal with these 6 million people. How to seek them out, find out what they're about, who they are, and what we can do as a country to eliminate any threat that they might be bringing to us. Do this to get to that is what it's all about. Doing this, you understand, coming up with a plan to get to that which is the problem that we're having to deal with. First, we got to do this. We got to make it very difficult for these people to acquire guns, explosives, or anything, knives, that could harm us. We must make it very difficult for that. Number 2, we must double our ISIS force, because they're the guys that goes out and round these people up and place them in the position where they can be interrogated to find out what are their reasons for being here, and to let them know that they have broken the law simply by walking across our borders. You understand? And those who are allowing these people to come into the country, they should be dealt with harshly for whatever reason they have for allowing these people. You know, I hear all the politicians talking about the Constitution and what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And one of the things about the Constitution, there's nothing in the Constitution that says people can walk into this country without going through the legal ways to to be here. Now, America allows about 1 million people a year legally, sworn in to be good Americans, paid for it, whatever it costs to get into this country. It's not fair to them to allow 6 million illegals come in here and get ahead of them in line for whatever America has to offer new people coming into our country. It's just not fair. 6 million. And of the 6 million, if 20%, 30% are subversive people, we got a serious, serious problem. You understand? People are going to start dying. You're going to be wondering why they're dying. They're going to be murdered. You understand? Women are going to be raped. And it has happened in the past, even with the few that used to come get across the border. You understand? People like in Texas who live along the border, will have their farm, their businesses along the border. They go out and they find people that, die from exhaustion and heat strokes and things, lying in their cornfields and in their vegetable fields, lying there dead. Those that are not dead, some of them come in here, they got guns. You understand? They're breaking in people's houses, killing people. People are dying. They're bringing the drugs in, this fentanyl. You understand? That's killing 300 people a day. Can you imagine that? 300 people a day. And who is allowing them to come in? You understand what I'm saying? Someone in our government. You understand? I can't put my finger on anything like that because you got to know I'm not a believer. If I don't know what's going on, I'm not going to put my finger on this, that, or the other. But I've come to know that at least 6 million people have been allowed to come into this country, you understand, unprotected. We don't know who they are. They said there are Chinese people coming in here, Africans, Venezuelans, South Americans, Mexicans, people from all over the world. How do they get here? How do they get across the ocean? And for them to make that trip and to finally get here, there's only one thing I can say about these people, and that is they are desperate. They're desperate. They're desperate for a life of some kind, and desperate people are dangerous people. You understand? Now, like I said before, we have to double the ISIS forces, and we have to bring out our home security, which is the cut for a minute. What are the name of the forces that